do you know she's in the office products business? She goes, Steve, I find out what every one of my customers does for a living, and I can't always send them referrals. Some people don't work. Some people work in an office where there is no such thing as referrals. But when I find someone who is in a business where they could use referrals, I offer referrals. And here's the big picture. This guy doesn't ask for referrals, but he gets a ton of them. And the reason he gets a ton of them, because do you think any of his customers ever forget this son of a bitch? No, they don't. So what he's become is a ton of people's favorite car salesperson. And the reason he gets so many referrals is he's got literally thousands of people out there who are going to church, going to a restaurant, going to a party, playing golf, going to Little League games, and they overhear somebody saying, I'm in the market for a car or a truck, and they always say, hey, here's where you need to go. You need to go see my man Tom. He took great care of me, and the son of a gun has stayed in touch with me like nobody's business. So I asked a question that you guys are probably thinking, well, doesn't that irritate people hearing from you every single month? He goes, absolutely. He goes, it's not unusual for me to get an email back or when they answer the phone, they say, hey Tom, look, I ain't going to forget you, okay? You could quit emailing me. You can quit calling me. I'm never going to forget you. He said, I put them on a quarterly rotation. But think about that. How many people out there, Daniel, consider you to be their favorite car salesperson? And the answer is who knows? Yeah. Who knows? And the way you network, the way you do social media, I'm going to guess it's way more than most people. Danielle, how many cars a month do you sell? Ballpark me.
Well, I don't sell.
You don't?
I'm a sales manager.
You're a sales manager, okay. How many cars a month do you sell, Scott? 30? 30. Let's say round it up to 30. 30 times 12 is 360. I'm going to stop at 5 years. That's 15, that's 1,800 people that thought enough of you to buy a car from you. Now, I'm going to guess those 1,800 people each know 50 people. If maybe it's 100, maybe it's 25, I don't know what the answer is. But you can see how exponentially Scott becomes a famous car salesperson in your market. But if they're not hearing from you, but once every 6 months, and you guys are probably kidding me about that anyway, I know how these things work. If they're not hearing from you a bunch, and you're not offering to be of service, Daniel, if you call me and say, hey Steve, hope everything's going right, know anybody that wants to buy a car? Isn't that a self-serving call?
Yeah, it is.
It's a self-serving call. And and how many times does somebody call you back? Daniel, I've been thinking about it for 3 goddamn days, and I finally came up with somebody. That's not going to happen. But if they consider you the type of guy that just cares enough to say, hey, anything I can do for you, call me back. Email, anything I can do for you, email me back. Text, anything I can do for you, text me back. It's no longer a self-serving phone call. It's a phone call offering to be of service to your customer. Does this make sense, or is it just bullshit?
Makes sense.